Action.
That was nice of you saying action. Now I know.
I'm trying.
I know you're very trying.
And action.
Terrific.
I'm gonna walk across the camera.
Boy, all the light went out when you walked over there.
Yeah, sure did. All right, so stuff at the yeah.
Overnight success.
This is overnight success. So that was horrible.
Yeah, it was. My neck is still sore.
I know, his neck
I
is
went
sore.
to the swap meet and it's just sore.
That's bad too. I'm not even gonna try it right now. This is overnight success. We're gonna talk about some swap meet stuff today and things that you see at the swap meet that maybe have defects. Not everything that you come across that has defects is valueless. And I don't mean just cosmetic, sometimes mechanically. Some things you can fix with a welder or cutting two pieces and fusing them together or however you want to look at it. But today we're going to talk about some vintage valve covers. I don't know what year, I would guess these are from the 60s or 70s. And we got them at the swap meet. And they had some damage on them, but we picked them up anyway, and we want to show you some alternative methods to picking up less than perfect parts from the swap meet. So these are Mickey Thompson valve covers.
Big block Chevy.
For a big block Chevy.
Now, I got two different sets here, and you're going to see these all over. Now, the breathers in the early engines, if you're not going to run a PVC valve or a PCV valve, I should say, and a breather for your air cleaner, you're going to need that engine for some of that pressure to get out, so you're going to get some breathers. Now, these are swap meet items. I really can't remember where I got them. This pair, though, I jumped on like stink on a June bug. I'm not kidding you. These are Mickey Thompson 427 valve covers. Now the big block I have downstairs is going into our race truck, which has a 427 in it. What I really wanted to show, and that's why I left this other pair, sometimes you'll see these sitting at swap meets and you'll be going, oh, and the guy goes, hey, $100, $150, $200. Then all of a sudden you turn them and somebody has drilled breathers in them. And maybe you don't want breathers. Maybe the breather you want to run is a different size. Well, start working on it. Get that price down. I want to say this pair, these are just the straight Mickey Thompson big block Chevy valve covers. You'll notice they say Chevrolet, not the 427. What I did to show you...
that camera, the 427 ones, like that.
Yeah. What I did, very simple, took two small sheets of aluminum, cleaned them up and roughed them up real good, drilled holes in them for a breather, and JB weld. I use JB weld on a lot of things, but what it does...
Not for structural stuff. We don't use JB weld for structural repairs.
Yeah, this is more just on cosmetic, but it's got good adhesion. And I clamped that on there. That locked down the holes, blocked the holes, all those extra holes, just like this one. It had two sets of them. And then I took some JB weld and filled the excess holes from the outside, filed them, and bolted on these breathers. One thing to remember, always use Loctite, and if you can, those star lock washers on your bolts, because if they loosen up, they're right in your valve train.
So what we're saying is that if you find a set of valve covers that look like this one that Eddie 2 times is holding, and they got something like that, this isn't the only solution. There's many solutions. This is just a little inspiration that you can make them look like that. Which is a big improvement, and it also makes parts that previously you might think were not salvageable, and possibly even desirable. We kind of like the looks of this.
These breathers, I've found a set of 4 of them. They're beat up, They need to be, they're chromed. They need to be re-chromed, but hey, old hot rods, it's going to go on the old 56 truck. What I did find, though, was a steal where these Offenhausers, the same ones.
Show that camera.
The same ones, but they're from Offenhauser. The advantage I had with these, they were still in the package. That was $40 for 2 brand new ones in their original package beat up. So you go to the swap meets and really look around, but look for what you want. You might even find a real cheap, say, tin old Chevy or Pontiac, something, Oldsmobile valve cover, but it's got a nice breather that you want. And then I just made my own gasket out of some cork material.
So if you're not in a position to be manufacturing or fabricating or welding or fixing on a high level repairs to some of these parts, or you're in a location where these parts are rare, here in Southern California we can locate a lot of these parts. But if you're maybe somewhere else in the world, or somewhere else in the country where these things might not be available, stuff like this is great. Don't pass it up, because it's going to work fine, and quite possibly, unproven, but quite possibly these are going to improve the airflow in the heads. So if you're building a little higher compression motor, this doesn't apply to just big block Chevy Mickey Thompson valve covers. We're talking about everything. You could get valve covers from other cars. You could get various parts that aren't even related, different parts that you can cosmetically repair, and sometimes even make them perform better by just being creative.
I know there's people that are going to say, I should have TIG welded it. I was going to TIG it up. I was going to weld up all the holes in this one except for the ones I needed. But then I thought, hey, why not do it a simple way that anybody in their garage, you go down to the auto parts store, you buy some JB Weld, you find some tin. Hey, when you're having that beer, that can's made out of aluminum. Cut it open, flatten it out. There's your blockage with JB Weld. Be innovative. Just try to do it real hot rodded. One of the key reasons when you weld aluminum, aluminum needs to be very clean. Well, these have been used, so there's oil impregnated in there, and actually I don't think you'll ever get all the oil or grime out of all the pores. So
and sometimes these cast parts are made with different alloys. We've welded on aluminum before and had it not take because it had a high mixture of magnesium, things like that, and it wouldn't work good. So sometimes you can actually mess something up. But this video really is to help inspire people that if you see some old parts that maybe have some issues with them, that if you think outside the box, you can make something functional and really cool. And thanks for watching Overnight Success.
Oh, tomorrow's the Super Bowl, so
that's right.
Get the jalapeno poppers and your Hot Pockets and your cheese and crackers out.
I'm pretty sure it was racist to say jalapenos like that.
No, because that's what they're called, jalapeno poppers.
Okay. And yeah, it's the San Francisco 49ers and the Kansas City Chiefs. We don't watch football or follow football really, but Super Bowl is just such a big part of American history. It's like, you know, you barbecue, you eat snack foods, and everybody sits around the TV and enjoys the game. So we're gonna watch it tomorrow, and that's it.
Have a good one. We're gonna try for next week again, and maybe we'll get into some of the cars.
Yeah, we're gonna try to put some cars in soon.
Yeah. Bye.
Remember, only you can prevent forest fires.